Hello and welcome to another Solid Edge Productions video. Today's subject is a couple more is a more political one. Uh, it's going to be about illegal immigration and uh, more towards this BLM rubbish that's going on. Because first of all, if we go on into the BLM, the Black Lives Matter rubbish that's going on, because I'm getting more to sick to death of what's going on. Because obviously, we need to kind of get rid of this. What's going on? Because it's getting more racist towards us as a white people. I'm gonna first of all stick it out there. I'm not a racist person. I never have been, never will be. That's not who I am. But what I want to get out there is it's time for this Black Lives Matter campaign to come to an end, because it never was what it was supposed to be. It's always been a far left campaign of leftist Marxist people, and obviously it's getting more backed up again by what some of my other videos have been on, which is the BBC, which they have the agenda of the leftist Marxist lot. Again, a lot of the Labour Party cover that, and obviously it's wrong. It needs to be stopped in its tracks, and again, right away, because it is getting out of hand. Because you've had now one of our fellow YouTubers attacked in the streets, which is wrong by the BLM supporters, and he's done nothing wrong. Because he's a great YouTuber. He presents accurate news to us people out there. I'm an avid follower of him on YouTube, and his news is more accurate than what you get on the BBC, because he actually delivers stuff they will never give you, and it's the actual truth that's out there. Which is what us YouTubers are trying to give you, is the facts that are outside of the box, that the likes of the BBC are too scared to give you. They'll only give you the leftist Marxist views. They will not give you everything else. They'll not give you the right-wing side of things, or the central side of politics. It's getting beyond a joke. So things need to go more as an ALM side of things, all lives matter, because it's not just them. Because go back to the start of all this, it only kicked off because of a porn star in America that got his neck knelt on and he died. But then if you look back at the true facts of the matter, he was a criminal anyway. And it's only because he kept getting his dick out on a video, to put it bluntly. And if he didn't get his dick out on a video and he wasn't famous, people wouldn't have given a shit. But then the other side of it, a 3-year-old black child in America got shot by other blacks. That didn't make the news. That wasn't important, no. But that was a black on black killing. I'm sorry, that's more important than that porn star being killed by a police officer. Because there's more black on black killings go on a daily basis than there is white on black killings. That is a fact. So all this needs to stop, and then we need to, and our history cannot be changed. That's the other side of things. We need to forget about the history of things. The history is what makes us us. Things like Winston Churchill, yes, he did certain things that were wrong, but without him, we'd all be little Nazis running around the country. Think about that. Would you all want to be little Nazis? No, we wouldn't. Right, second point I want to get on to today is actually a video I was watching with Nigel Farage. Because he's been going around seeing these hotels that are now filled with illegal immigrants. Again, that's because when they're coming over in these dinghies, they're now being pushed into 4- and 5-star hotels. What's that all about? I'm sorry, we should be either blowing the dinghies out of the bloody water and killing the buggers. I'm sorry, people may think that's a bit harsh. Or physically taking them all back and just tying them all up and dumping them on the French beach in Calais. They're not our problem. We're a sovereign nation. It's what we signed up for in Brexit. We are no longer part of Europe. Priti Patel needs to get this pushed through ASAP, because we do not want these illegals, because they end up on the slave labour trade. We're not responsible for these people. We shouldn't be giving them free money to be living a free life in this country. That's why they're coming here. We need to push it through that there is no money for them, and there's a £4 billion pot that's now been put out there that they can go and live a free life in a hotel until we find whether they can live here or not. I'm sorry, no, that money shouldn't be there anyway, and there shouldn't be a company set up to look after them. That should never have been set up. It's just physically wrong, because in the video Nigel Farage did, they physically kicked him out the hotel he went to look in Bromsgrove, and he physically saw what he was physically looking for, and it's abundant, and it's obvious what's going on. It's just wrong. We need to shut our borders. I'm sorry, the other side of things we need to do is get rid of the freaking Eurotunnel. Stuff France. If they don't fucking like it, they can swivel. Because we're getting at the end of the WTO Brexit, which is going to help us, because A, we get our waters back, we get everything we need as a country. So, sod them, their fishermen go out of business. That's not our problem. We get better fishery, we get everything, we get more money at the end of the day. But that's another point altogether. But then the other side, I think people are saying, well, there's money shortages. Well, going back to the other videos I've been doing, well, if there's money shortages, well, the government needs to cut off the money they're giving to the BBC as a handout and say, well, sorry, we cut you off from today forward, sod wait until 2027. There's so many £1 billion going to the BBC, we go swivel on that, and we'll put that to better things in the UK. The BBC goes under. That's another thing, but I'm just starting to get to the ends of my wits with everything that's going on, because obviously we need to move on as a country, because we've got the coronavirus which is still going on, and times are hard. We've had to push on with what we can. Obviously we've had bailouts with all this furlough pay and everything like that, which, yeah, it's a helpful handout to everyone, and obviously people are happy it's there for us. And obviously, yeah, on time Boris hasn't done everything. Some people are happy, some people aren't, but he's the first Prime Minister to have ever dealt with something like this. He can't do everything perfect. I defy any person in the world to have done everything perfect, let's be honest. That's why I can't go out on a limb for him and say, we'll give him the next couple of years, see if he can put things right after this. We can't just kick him out of power after coronavirus, because we need him to sort out Brexit after this. He's got to be able to come back. You think he still was trying to fight in power while he had the coronavirus. I defy any Prime Minister. You look, while he still had Corbyn in power, the Labour Party, he was defying being forced into lockdown. He was walking the street like a little fairy puff girl with a newspaper under his arm. I'm sorry, and he needs to be expelled from the Labour Party, because he still is a far left Marxist. He always has been a Marxist, always will be, and he still is fighting for Rebecca Long Bailey to be reinstated, and she's a leftist Marxist. But again, whether anything comes of that, I still think Starmer's too weak as a Labour leader, because he should have expelled Corbyn the day he stepped into that party. But he hasn't. I don't think he has the balls to deal with it. but only time will tell to see whether he's strong enough to stand on his own 2 feet. Yes, he's had a bounce, he's gone up in the polls, but I still think the Labour Party will fall short in the long run. But all in all, if you have any questions or opinions on anything I have said, please do leave comments, and I will get back to you in the comments, and will do further videos on topics like this in the future, as this is the first one like this, as I still have further things that I do want to discuss and further updates. But again, thanks for listening, and you have a good day and a good evening. Enjoy the hot weather. Many thanks. Cheers. Bye bye from Solid Edge Productions. We'll see you again soon. Bye bye.